So I already went over and complained about the security issues that we have and how fixable they are, and it wouldn't take much effort to fix a lot of the problems that I cover on the daily. I have such a huge backlog of these kinds of news. I can't keep up. I honestly can't. I'm not joking when I say I spend at least 4 hours a day overall going over the news, trying to come up with a theme, trying to come up with jokes, trying to do something entertaining for you guys. And the backlog on my spreadsheet just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. I'm behind by days. You can see this one's from 12th. I mean, we're talking 10 days ago. I'm falling behind. So this is an opinion article based around what we saw with the UK retail giants. So call back to all the UK stuff that happened. We saw that there was a continuing series, and it continues to be a problem in the UK with cyber attack and ransomware and all kinds of stuff. So now the article just kind of highlights a bunch of stuff that you've heard me say a bunch, which is just we need to get our act together. Where is all the focus on getting our cybersecurity up to snuff, yada, yada, yada. I just wanted to bring this up because it leads to the next article where, first of all, it's good. I'm glad to see articles like this. It's a vindication that people are seeing the problem. I think you'd have to be pretty blind not to see that there is a problem. And I also think you'd have to be pretty blind not to see that there is a solution to the problem. It's not as difficult as it seems. However, let's pull up this article. Most businesses can't fill cyber roles, leaving huge gaps in defense. Some companies have up to 10 vacant positions. Most businesses can't fill vacant roles for cybersecurity professionals. These are findings echoed in the 2025 Cybersecurity Readiness Index, a report recently published by networking giant Cisco. The paper was drafted based on a double-blind survey of 8,000 private sector security and business leaders in 30 global markets, so it's not a small study. In it, Cisco said that almost 9 in 10, or 86% of the respondents, identified the shortage of skilled cybersecurity professionals as a major challenge. Further, it said that more than half of the respondents reported having more than 10 vacant positions. So if you want a job in tech, cybersecurity might be it, and all you have to do is know how to secure an S3 bucket. So yes, like as I was saying, sorry, I got distracted there. As I was saying, if you want a job in tech, get into cybersecurity apparently because they can't fill them. I think part of it comes down to actually people having credentials for it, and a lot of these companies would probably look for credentials. But there are lots of credentials, and a lot of this stuff is not difficult. This is all basic stuff that we should have covered and buttoned down a long time ago in this industry. When consumers wonder why their stuff is insecure, when consumers wonder why they're paying out the butt for services that ship them ads even after they've paid for the service, where they have subscription services have increased at never before seen rates. You used to just pay one price and get a piece of software or get a game, and that was it. This is the reason why, or at least part of it, because we don't even know what the hell we're doing anymore, and nobody can think outside of their abstraction. We've given people such quote unquote easy buttons that are nothing but easy. They're anything but easy, I should say. And people just live in these paradigms, in these worlds, and they can't think out of that. And here we are. We don't have people who can fill cybersecurity roles. We have cybersecurity issues like crazy. And then just to add one more nail to this coffin, my favorite thing to show. Hang on. No, it's not this one. Thank you, Jehovah's Thickness. I appreciate it. Let me get the right. This. I love showing this chart. I love showing this. CVEs are essentially security issues, whether it's web, software, or whatever. And let me get rid of this back to top. Have a look. 2005 to 2010, relatively stable. 2010, 2015, relatively stable, right? Then React comes out. I'm not joking. Right around here, there's a little bit of a lag effect, right? Because React is kind of back here. and there's latency on this, right? Because it has to take some time to expand and grow and become compiled apparently and run on the server and apparently run your Windows bar. So there's a lag effect, but all of a sudden here we are. We're not even halfway through 2025, and we've already caught up to the numbers that we were at around 2021. We should very easily exceed last year at this current pace. And then consumers wonder why on earth things cost more, are buggier, crash more, less secure, etc. This is part of the reason why. We have made it so that programmers don't even know the skills that are required to keep this stuff safe, fast, performant, and we've made it so that managers and executives ship you features you don't need. They make fancy user interfaces you don't need. Everything is overcomplicated and over abstracted. And guess who pays for that? You do. And then you can't find people to work.